Hi friends, it's T-Man and we are back with a new video, a brand new video on our good friend here. His name is SadikHadzovic. I hope I'm pronouncing that properly. SadikHadzovic. He's a physique competitor, is a bodybuilder, and I don't know, I'm gonna do a reaction video today to his video, the gym lifting gear slave himself. Sadik, and I've met Sadik before. I've met Sadik in a pro show back in, I think it was like way back in 2018. Yeah. Like on my old channel. I had him on my old channel. I filmed him and put him on my old channel before I lost it due to copyright. But okay. Let's see what Sadik has to say here. Sadik says, everything I eat to get shredded for stage. 2,200 calories. Why did they always think it has to do with calories or something to get shredded? But okay. You know, I've always liked Powerhouse gyms. I've always liked their shirts, Powerhouse. Cool. When I was young, I had all these I had all these tank tops and stuff. Everything said Powerhouse on it. I think I still have one more left. I don't know, somewhere. I really like the Powerhouse theme. It was really cool.
All right, chest and triceps. We're in a new low weight today. We're about 10 days out. 215 pounds, so 6 pounds from stage weight, which is a phenomenal place to be in. Eating 2,200 calories daily. So that's half the caloric intake, which means we're gonna do half the exercise. So instead of 6 working sets, we're gonna do 3 working sets for chest. Then we're gonna brush up a little bit on triceps, hit some abs, cardio,
hit abs and cardio. Man, this is cardio right now. I thought he was like, what is this, a couple days out before competition? I don't know how many days out he is. He's competing, right? He's a few days out or whatever. So this is cardio. Why are you lifting these heavy weights if you're prepping to lose fat? You're trying to come in slim, right? Dry and stuff. This makes absolutely no sense. And then he's going to complain about why he's getting injured. He's depleted. I'm going to get injured. I gotta listen to my body. Oh, come on, man. These people never listen to their body.
Walk out of here, refeed and recover. That's that.
Refeed and recover. So it's not about growing or anything or health or anything. It's about recovering. Are you because he's an endurance athlete. All these people that lift in the gym are endurance athletes. They're lifting for endurance purposes. This stuff doesn't build muscles, bro. Weights and protein builds muscles, but not weights, dude.
This may be my last set. This may be my second to last set. We'll see how it feels. The thing is, right now, you're so dry and depleted, you don't want to risk.
He's so starved and depleted. Yes, so, you know, when you're starving, your hormones go through the roof. Like I've mentioned before, they go through the roof. Why is that? To preserve all the energies. All the energies, the hormones are trying to recycle. It's recycle and preserving energy in the muscle and the triglyceride and the fat, in the fat cells and in the muscle cells, this glycogen. So really, you're just fat. Boy, like I said, he's like, well, I'm so dry. Well, he's taking anabolics, so he's dried out one faction, which is the triglyceride in the skin. So he's dried that out, okay? He's lowered that or dried it out. All right, but what about the muscle? It's filled with glycogen. It's filled with glycogen.
Snapping anything. It happens.
Remember, that's usually the first source when you're starving. What does it tap into first? The muscle. It's got to use up the glycogen in the muscle. So he's trying to keep the glycogen in the muscle. That's why he keeps eating carbohydrates. He doesn't eat protein, because protein builds muscles, but they have an MND size limit, bro, a ceiling limit. Even if you are on steroids, you have to figure out how to get over it to keep building it. That's why they eat carbohydrates. That's why they count calories, which are based on carbohydrate drug-induced diets. More carbs, more sugar, a whole bunch of stuff.
You know, it's part of the game. Happened to me my last Olympia. Tore my brachialis 3 weeks out, still trained, still showed up. still competed.
Cors brachialis, you know, you wouldn't tear anything if you were eating a high nutrient diet like meat. But he doesn't want to do that. He wants to eat carbs all day and completely deplete any nutrients that he has in his body. So the skeletal frame is weak.
Still first call out.
Yeah, but you're gonna say he's strong because he's lifting heavy weight. Nah, man, the steroids make you lift heavy weights, dude. He's not strong. I got blinked out there. He's not strong, man. You're gonna say he's strong. He's not strong without steroids.
Healthy, me.
That's why people take steroids to perform. All right, let's zip down to his dieting. I want to see him eating, man. I don't want to. Okay, he's gonna show himself here.
We're gonna take off the shirt.
Inflammatory response, and he looks really pumped.
We're gonna pose. We'll do some abs. Take some pictures for my coach. Hopefully, this pictures entice him to let me have a cheat meal. So,
Why do
8
you
a.m. in the morning.
Why do you need a cheat meal? See him posing. Is he gonna pose?
Hopefully, this pictures entice him to let me have a cheat meal. Hope so.
I guess not. All right.
I don't want these to go to waste. And what I'm doing is I'm actually drinking 2 gallons of water a day. So
Why do these guys drink 2 gallons of water a day? I just don't get it. But
I'm not allowed to put anything in my water except for lemon. So I'll squeeze a fresh lemon into my gallon each time.
yes, put some toxic lemon in there. That'll do the job. All right.
All right, frozen tilapia, high protein, low calorie.
Farm tilapia, high protein. Yes. Well, at least he's eating that.
Frozen's a better option for me because fresh seafood can get bad really.
Here's the truth. Does he even need that fish, the protein? Not really. He could just really sustain these fake muscles just purely on carbohydrates. He doesn't need any protein. Yeah.
Quickly, when it's frozen, I know it'll be fresh when I thaw it out. What is this? Oh, chicken breast. So I'm eating currently 2 of these a day. So I'll give it about 3 days worth.
20% off.
I'm eating 6 chicken breasts a day. That's crazy, dude. Let's see if I get some.
Think about it. All he ate was his natural diet, carnivore diet, eating beef all day. What would he really look like? Like I've said before, what would this guy look like? See what I mean? But if you eat carbohydrates, they make you ugly and fat. They make you shitty. They make you look really ugly. They destroy your look. Don't you want to be attractive? That's the whole point of bodybuilding, right? To be attractive. I guess the most unattractive that you could become, you're going to lose the show if you become very unattractive.
Something delicious for my son. All right, if you were a kid, what would you get? I might need your input, James. Let's see what they got here. This is like healthy treats.
Good,
Which ones?
Tate's, they have those
Tate's?
best cookies, bro.
Yeah, but this is more for an adult. Kids don't like that hard texture.
I like when he says healthy. These are healthy foods. There's nothing healthy about any of these, these artificial foods. There's nothing healthy about them. What is he talking about?
Do they?
I don't know.
They need something cute. Think about a 3-year-old. What is a 3-year-old like? Almond butter. I'm gonna get 2.
What is a 3-year-old like? Whatever you feed that kid, that's what they're gonna like. If you feed them their natural diet, that's what they're gonna like, and that's what they're gonna stick with. But if you feed them unnatural food, and then you punish them and you keep feeding them the slave diet, then of course, I mean, drug addictive diet like carbs and things, of course they'll be addicted to it. You've gotten your kids addicted to them. What do you expect? They're gonna like it. Everybody likes sugar, right? Why? It's a drug.
Just in case, because I might need to bring one on the travels. And I definitely eat this on the off season also, since I'll have a little refeed month after the Chicago Pro, which I'm still.
Right, refeed, eat. Like I said, the drugs, these plant genetics, when you're injecting them, they have a synergistic effect. So the synergistic effect, usually you're trying to look better than what you are. But it's counterproductive when you're eating these fake artificial foods. They make you look uglier. See what I mean? How can he win a show if he's trying to make himself, he's doing the opposite, trying to make himself ugly? Using the drug to make yourself look really ugly by eating these artificial foods. Yeah, that's the job. Yes, that's a winner for you.
All right, ground beef, guys, 93.7, which
All right, so he bought some ground beef and
means 7% fat, 93% lean.
you don't know what kind of beef it is. But it'd be the shittiest beef in there probably. You never even know what they did. They ground that up and threw it in there. Is it sirloin? Is it good fats? I don't know.
This is what I'm eating. Opposed to on the off season, I'll have 80-20, which is
It's better than nothing though. Beef is beef, really. But quality is important.
20% fat. It's a higher fat. Pre-contest, we want lower fat. This is one of the main reasons I came here today.
That's important.
Not only am I out of chicken, but I'm out of asparagus.
Fat's important. Why do you need asparagus? It's toxic. It's a carbohydrate. What do you think it's going to do to your physique? Make it look better by toxifying your physique? Let me see how much toxicity I can take in to destroy my physique even more. Make it more counterproductive. Make it harder for me, more counterproductive. What? This is the opposite of what you're trying to accomplish.
Now, I prefer frozen veggies. Why? Freezing it preserves the phytonutrients. When it's fresh, if you don't cook it,
Freezing it preserves the phytonutrients? What is he talking about? There's nothing bioavailable in there to humans. It's just toxic. It's oxalates. It's toxicity. Man, it's sugar, toxins, and cellulose. You can't digest it. It backs up in your bowels. You can hold a lot of weight in your bowels. A lot of poop.
right away, if you're not shopping frequently when it's fresh, the food gets bad faster, obviously. But once frozen, you keep it in the fridge for a long time, actually.
This is pure slave food, pure jail. They feed this to prisoners and slaves, dude. And he's eating that to try to do what? Create a nice looking physique, eating this garbage food? Garbage in, garbage out, man. That's what they say. Calories in, calories out. Garbage in, garbage out. These artificial diets, these fake foods that don't belong in human diets. These foods are all engineered. Like I said, he doesn't think about it. He doesn't know.
Until you're ready to use it.
Right.
And there's no
Jesus, how much of this is he buying? Jesus.
change in nutritional value, you know? So when people say, oh no, I prefer fresh, it's a
Nutritional value. What's the nutritional value in there? The oxalates, the cellulose, or the sugar? Which one is it? Which one is it, dude? There's nothing bioavailable in there. Plants don't have, they're not protein. Plants are not protein. Meat is protein.
it's fresh. It's just fresh frozen. Ideally, fresh would be great also, but I don't really have somebody to go to supermarket for me on a daily basis, nor do I have the time to go to supermarket on a daily basis neither. So this will have to do for now.
When are you gonna start living your life, right?
Very little carbohydrates in here because I'm only having like 2
Well, that's a change. Very little carbohydrates. Okay. But he's still eating carbohydrates.
carb meals a day, rice and oatmeal. Oatmeal's
See, rice and oatmeal, the food of the slaves and the prisoners. What do they feed prisoners? Rice. What do they feed prisoners and slaves? Rice. What do they feed them? Oats. What is he eating? Rice and oats. Slave diet, bro. Slave food. Ha ha ha.
be gone soon. Sometimes it's potato and grapefruit.
Well, potatoes a root, man. You know, when you were, you could get away with it. You would dig up a root and eat it. Yes, definitely. They're much better than these other slave foods. Okay.
And these Ben
And you need Ben & Jerry's. Why? That's junk food, man. That's just a concocted, man-made junk, garbage plant food. Look at his face, his teeth. That's why his face is become uglier, because this food makes you ugly. It doesn't make you look pretty. It doesn't make you look attractive. He looks very unattractive. Maybe the shirt. He thinks the shirt will make him look attractive. Nah, bro. Everybody's focused on your face. Even when they see you on the stage posing, they're looking at your face. The face is the most important focal point. The most important point on a person is their face. You got to try and fix your face. Even if you are taking steroids, they're synergistic. So eat a natural diet. Just eat beef. And we never know. Maybe that face will change. It'll get better looking, and the judges will pick you.
Jerry's hit me up.
But I guess his goal is to get as ugly as possible by eating Ben and Jerry's, rice, and oats that don't digest, and whatever else, bro. They have zero nutritional value. They just screw up your digestion and everything else in your body. Man, it just messes you up. So what's the point of eating that? It's counterproductive to what he's trying to do. What is this? What is this exactly?
I want that endorsement. So Cash got back to me.
More plants there. What is that? Flowers? You buying some flowers?
Obviously, we took in those check-in photos, shot that over to Cash. It took him about half an hour to get back to me, but he did get back to me with some pretty phenomenal words. So, as you guys know, this should have been my 2,382 calorie day, so 2,300 calories. But after seeing the photos, he was so impressed. Let me actually tell you what he said. Let's see, Cash with a K. Cash is my longtime nutritionist. All right, this is what he said. Best to date, brother. Very happy with this look and the weight. The weight's 215.0 today. I gotta be 209 on weigh-in day in 10 days. Fullness and hardness, very good. Clean.
He's just telling him what he wants to hear, man. Your face is very important, okay? And he's young, for sure he's young, but he could look much better on a natural diet, even if he is injecting plant genetics in himself.
Refeed today. So I already know.
Think about how much better could Sadik look if he ate his natural diet, just water, really filtered water, and beef, if he ate beef. And I wouldn't mind, like, he could eat some seafood for sure. High fat beef diet, animal beef diet, and some seafood. What would he look like? He'd look amazing.
What that means, clean refeed means, well, you guys will see later.
He'd look 1,000,000 times better than eating slave food, jail, what people in jail, these criminals eat, these prisoners eat. Oats and these plants and rice and all that. They feed rice to prisoners. In China, they feed the prisoners rice. In Russia, they feed the prisoners oats and porridge and bread and water. You understand me? If you go to the prisons in these countries and you see what these prisoners eat and these slaves, what do they feed them? Rice, piles and piles of rice. All the slaves in Africa, what do they feed all the slaves? You see them on TV. They show these poor people and everything. And then, Amnesty comes in and what do they feed them? Rice, bowls of rice. And they're like plowing down rice like crazy, bro. It's crazy. Shortening your lifespan, accelerated aging. The physique could be 1,000,000 times better. And it could probably, the steroids could probably make you better. We don't know for sure. They use them for means of like destroying themselves. They don't use it to try to make themselves better.
But we are going to do a clean refeed.
But plant genetics are toxic when you inject them, so you got to watch out.
And I said, 215 ain't bad, right? On the dot, 215.0. I want to know how I should feel about my weight. He said, yeah, we're 6 pounds away with 11 days to check in. Good place to be in for sure.
Okay.
Blah, 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 blah. And then I told him like this. Listen.
I wouldn't doubt it. Think about it. He's eating all the slave food that everybody else is eating and going to the gym. Are your physiques looking like his because you are eating the same fake slave diet like him? No, absolutely not. What's the difference? He's injecting steroids. Why doesn't he just tell you the truth? I inject plant genetics to create this phony look, this fake look. And really what it's doing is it's retaining energy. I don't have any muscles because when I go off the drugs, everything goes away. Why does it go away? Because it didn't build any muscles. If a steroid could build a muscle, if it could actually build a muscle, everybody would be doing it. Everybody would be doing it. They would do it once and they wouldn't have to do it again.
Motherfucker. Well, I didn't say it like this, but you can imagine I said it nicer. But pretty much I said, listen, motherfucker, I know my body. This clean refeed's very nice. Thank you. But
anyways, this video is it's just a reaction video, bro. He's a bodybuilder. He's whatever. He's in this business, this whatever you want to call it, this business of bodybuilding. So yeah, this is his job, I guess. You know, this is how he makes his money, his income.
He's calling for more because after I trained chest and triceps, I felt my body like.
Again, this is not a hate video, and I don't hate Sadik. I've met Sadik. I don't hate him whatsoever. I'm just critiquing the stuff that he's eating and stuff. I'm comparing it to what people are doing out in the real world. You have your own instincts in your own brain. You can think for yourself. Figure it out. Think about what he's eating and what he's doing and what he's taking and what this is exactly. I know that this is for entertainment purposes only. This is entertainment. That's what he's doing. He's an entertainer. That's why he does this.
Yo, look, I'm gonna benefit from a little more carbs and fats right now. So we negotiated.
How are you benefiting from eating a carbohydrate-induced drug addict diet? Carbs are sugar, they're drugs. How are you benefiting it from? How is it benefiting you? In what way? Why don't you explain to us how it can benefit you?
An extra 3 ounces of white rice.
Don't just say it's benefiting you. Explain how it benefits you.
Bringing it to a total of 8 ounces of white rice in meal number 2, which is our post-workout meal. And now meal number 3.
I know, it's going to give you more energy to fuel your workouts. Is that it? Are you going to recover better? No. No, it's going to retain in the muscle for sure. That's not a benefit, though. That's not a benefit, bro.
Which I'm cooking up right now, I negotiated extra 3 ounces of red meat for extra fats in this meal.
Now that's what he should be staying on. High animal fat and protein. He'll look way amazing. His face will take better shape too.
And I know what's going to happen. I'm going to get way better eating a little bit more, but
Yeah, you're going to get way better if you stick with high animal fat and protein, meat, beef.
Made me promise him no Cheesecake Factory. So I said, all right, I'll compromise.
And you need cheesecake. Why? What is that going to do for your physique? More carbohydrates.
Compromise with me, I compromise with you. Yo.
I know, it's going to have benefits, right? Destroying his physique. That's the benefits.
No Cheesecake Factory. Yo, these are fire, dude. This is actually our cameraman, James. He suggested, he's like, yo, dude, get these, are sick. And they are mad sick. This is the laces, right? We need these. We gotta lace these up. This is fire, dude. If you want to be a good bodybuilder, you gotta drink a lot of water. Why? Because the body is mostly water, isn't it? So what I do is I take a fresh lemon.
Yeah, but that's not the reason you should be pounding down water. You shouldn't be drinking that much water. You should only drink when you're thirsty.
And because I'm drinking upwards of 2 gallons of water per day, I need to flavor my water, otherwise it's so bland and it's hard to get down.
You lose electrolytes drinking too much water. That's another problem.
What I used to do was take a scoop of BCAAs or EAAs or even a hydration stick and then throw it in the gallon. But even if there's 0 calories, they still have a little something in them, you know, because I'm trying to make weight. Every little something matters. So what I'm going to do instead is go the natural route and just use a lemon, which I'm allowed to have.
That's a good one. He's going the natural route.
And I'm going to flavor my gallon of water.
All right.
Which is something I haven't been doing lately because I'm eating.
What's he got here, man? Because this is getting boring, man. He's got some greens, okay.
2,200 calories, so there's nothing to come out. Body's pretty much burning through everything. So I think I'm going to the bathroom.
Your body is burning through everything? Calories? What's he talking about, man?
Like once every 2.5 to 3 days.
Is that the asparagus? Okay. It's highly toxic. Okay, it's fibrous. You can't digest it. It's nothing bioavailable in there. Okay. You're just wasting your time cooking this stuff and eating it.
But there's no distension, there's no nothing, because there's nothing here. It's just...
There's no distension? You mean inflammatory response from eating these toxic foods? No, when you eat meat, you see, Sadik, when you eat meat, your natural diet as a carnivore, you don't get any of that. No extension, no inflammatory response. Want to know why? Because it's not toxic. It's highly nutritious. It's your diet. But when you eat these, that's what extends your gut. That's why when I see these guys when they're about to go on stage, they go, "Oh, we're carb loading." They eat a bunch of weird carb foods, these artificial foods, and then they wonder why their gut's extended. It's sticking out. It's sticking out because you ate carbs before you went on the stage. You shouldn't have eaten any of these fake artificial foods before you went on stage. Now your gut, now you have to keep holding in your gut because it keeps extending because the inflammatory response. See how it's counterproductive? And that's why you lose your competition. Now, if you went up there on a high-fat animal diet and meat, you wouldn't have that extension and you'd look way better. Get it, dude? But you haven't tried. You haven't even tried that because your monkey see, monkey do, like all these other bodybuilders. Follow the leader. You understand me? The smart ones, they win because they do the opposite of what these slaves are doing. These lifting slaves, gym recruiting, whatever. These gym slaves, these gear slaves.
Once every 2 days or once every 3 days. Is that TMI? You know, dude, not only am I eating 6 meals a day, but so is my little girl.
Okay, so you're eating 6 meals a day. I can literally sit down and eat one meal straight. Let's say I ate for 3 hours straight, one meal, and it was all meat. Well, I can't eat anymore because I hit leptin would kick in. And then pretty much I'll stay full most of the day. Now, at some point, maybe later in the night, if it was like whenever I ate, maybe it was lunch. But yeah, later in the night, maybe I'll just drop down a few more pieces of meat just to keep that nitrogen balance even. So I'm anabolic.
So, 7 ounces of milk going right down to Hatch. She got a good life, man. Sleeps.
See how their training and their diets do not apply to natural people? Natural people think, well, I have to follow their plans of exercising, and then I have to eat what they're eating. And none of that works for people. That's why they get frustrated. And then they keep selling you another plan, another plan, another plan, all these ridiculous plans.
All day, wakes up only to get a diaper change and milk.
Okay, the kid needs milk, all right.
Sort of what I used to do before I had kids. Just eat, sleep, and train. Let's go get her. I don't think you guys see my nursery.
What he used to do.
Oh, she went back to sleep. All right, never mind. She went back to sleep on her own. So that means, this is what happens when kids eat chings.
All right, where's the food, man? Oh, he's gonna feed the baby. All right, he's gonna make his food while holding the baby.
You know what? Daddy should have bought her flowers. One day I'm gonna bring you home flowers.
All right, this is way too long now. Okay, he's gonna
Deliver myself.
That's just so sad. Yeah, when I do it to women, they're like, what? What about asses? I'm like, yeah, I like
Okay, he goes to a
all
restaurant.
around the world. Last thing you want to do
He's in a restaurant eating again. I don't know.
is incorporate a cheat meal the night before the show that you're not used to the way it's prepared.
A cheat meal a night before the show? Why would you eat a cheat meal? What does he consider a cheat meal? The artificial meals that he's been eating, carbohydrates. I'm eating a cheat meal. Oh my God, man. If that's the first thing you eat, that's the first thing that's going to get absorbed. Now, if all you ate was meat, your natural diet, tons and tons of meat, leptin kicks in, you can't eat anymore. So let's say you eat this so-called cheat meal. It won't get absorbed. It'll go out as an empty calorie. You understand me? So it'll wear on your brain. You won't have to get crazy about it.
Or the size, or the way it's cooked, and you get sick.
He doesn't know how to eat at all. And this is professional bodybuilding, bro. This is considered professional bodybuilding. Eating slave diets, freaking criminal prison diets, slave diets, man, injecting plant genetics. Not the exercises are frivolous. None of this. This is bodybuilding, bro. What is this? Like, I don't understand this. And then they're like, I'm going to eat a cheat meal. Cheat meals don't build muscles. None of these things, whatever they're doing here, it just does, none of this makes sense. None of this is going to work for a normal person out there going to a gym, a regular dude, a natural person.
Bloated on stage. And
Yeah, bloated on stage is if you're eating those fake artificial food. You're going to get an inflammatory response and be bloated. Yes, Sadik.
avoiding all that by controlling every variable possible.
He's controlling all that by every variable, trying to get rid of that. What are you talking about? Look at this slave food. What is this? What is all these vegetables and weird things on here? He's got Coca-Cola with a lemon. I thought he was drinking water. He's got a bowl of rice as well. My God.
Take a bigger. Thanks.
Pure slave food, man. Pure, disgusting slave food.
All right, what do we have? Chicken hibachi with 2 shrimps, a mix of different vegetables, 6 pieces of salmon sashimi, 1 cup
Okay, the salmon is good.
of white rice, 1 salad.
He's got nothing here. He's got this, I don't even know what that was. I think that was chicken or something. He's got some salmon, is not bad. All these vegetables and everything in the rice are nasty, and the Coca-Cola with the lemon.
I feel like I need more, but this is all I got right now. I'm gonna enjoy the hell out of this.
He's gonna get a beautiful inflammatory response. And here's the thing. Those vegetables and stuff that he's eating, these plants he's eating, they're anti-nutrient when they go in, and so they interfere with the sushi or the fish there and the whatever else he's got there. I don't know if that's tofu or what that was. Tofu.
This doesn't count in the 2200. This was the special surprise.
It's mostly made up of carbs. His diet is like 90% carbs, 10% some protein. That's the opposite of what you're trying to do when you're trying to build muscle.
As I was talking about, my clean refeed meal from my coach. But tomorrow we're back on 22.
I want to know why? Because it's easy to down lots of rice and salads and all these weird foods. Protein is real dense protein, animal protein is hard to down.
I feel spoiled right now.
Not munchkins, no.
Look at him eat that slave food like that prisoner food. Oh, boom, man.
Not munchkins, dude. It's better than munchkins. No, not that one. I'll show you.
Oh, the kid's at home.
Chels, come.
I don't want to.
I want to see more food. What else has he got?
My friend gave. When you get behind, trying to get pregnant. So like.
All right, he's got some trophies here from his last competitions.
This is like a gesture, like good fit.
I just want to see. What he's eating.
3.5 pounds of muscle tissue per year. Like, bro, sick.
What? 3.5 pounds of what? Muscle tissue?
You know, so just keep that in your mind. Like, it's not about losing weight.
Hold on a second. I missed
Calories are actually in this 6th and final meal.
Again, him and these calories.
Okay, so I have 7 ounces of chicken breast. That's 327 calories. And then 4 ounces of asparagus. That's 23 calories.
Let's see, he's eating an artificial diet, creating artificial muscles, injecting artificial plant genetics in his body, creating this artificial look. Cosmetic artificial look. So everything is what? Artificial, dude.
So we're at 350. Then we have 16 grams of almond butter, 98 calories, so 450 calories for the last meal of the day. My God. I think my wife eats more than me right now. So this is like where, wow.
His wife eats more than him. He's counting calories. In other words, he's counting artificial food, carbohydrates. Why aren't you eating meat, counting meat, nutrients? How much nutrients are you taking in so you have a positive nitrogen balance? Because steroids don't build muscles. That's why. That's what they discovered. They reached the ceiling limit during hypertrophic process. Man, it's all fake, bro. It's all fake.
Chicken is actually raw, so I'm gonna have to recook that. This is actually where anabolic.
Yes, chicken raw. You don't want to eat it because it's putrid animal. It's for slave diets. Birds are for slaves, bro. Beef's for kings.
Come to a play with what I'm doing. If I were natural, you know, like if I were natty,
I love this one. If I were natural, if I were natty, in other words, if you didn't inject plant genetics, is that what you're trying to say? What would you do if you were natty? Okay, you didn't inject plant genetics. Tell us, Sadik. We'd like to know.
I hate that term natty.
Yeah.
If I were natty, 2,300 calories, I'd probably burn through so much of my muscle tissue.
No, you wouldn't, because you didn't build any muscle tissue. You built sarcoplasmic hypertrophy muscles. They're fake.
It's the anabolics which keeps you anabolic.
The anabolics keep you anabolic. The protein, when protein synthesis exceeds breakdown, that's what keeps you anabolic. They call that positive nitrogen balance. I think you need to reread science, dude. Yeah, but I know. You're going to say, well, I injected a plant genetics, they're anabolics. How does the hormone make you anabolic? Well, it's preserving energy inside the muscle and the fat cells, but you're switching them around. And so you manage to get rid of the triglyceride, but you're retaining glycogen in your muscle. Yeah, that's why you keep eating carbs. Because if it really was muscle, then all you had to do was keep eating meat, protein all day. You don't need to eat any of these fake artificial slave diets, dude. So you're lying to yourself and us.
Which is the opposite of catabolic. Catabolic is when you waste away.
Yeah, when you're catabolic, you waste away. When protein synthesis is below that, when you're negative nitrogen balance, you're catabolic.
Muscle tissue, you break down your muscle tissue for energy.
You break down your muscle tissue for energy. Nah, man, the first thing that goes is the glycogen in your muscle, and then it goes for the liver, and then the triglyceride, the fat. That's what usually happens. Now, I can't tell you which one will go first. I'm not exactly sure even. Maybe it's the fat, the triglyceride that will go first. Maybe it's the glycogen in the muscle. They usually say muscle, this, that, whatever. Now, and then the end would be the muscle fibers, and then would be bone.
Because why? Because carbs provide you with energy, and so do fats.
Okay, hold on. Fats, yeah, animal fat provides you with real energy. Now, what do carbohydrates do? They're like a drug. They provide you with energy. Okay, do they build muscles? Does this energy source build muscle? No, it's for energy purposes. So what are you talking about, Sadik?
Now, when you deplete your fat storage, you're pretty fatigued all the time, huh?
Let me get this straight. You're pretty fatigued because you depleted your fat storage. You mean your triglycerides. Okay. But what's in your muscle? Glycogen. That's why you keep eating carbs all day. Because glycogen needs to exceed that breakdown to hold them in there.
So, if I were to eat 2,200 calories at 215 pounds, at this body weight, at this body fat percentage,
okay,
bro, I burned through so much hard-earned tissue.
Really? Hard-earned tissue you burn through much? You're burning through glycogen stores. What are you talking about? Sarcoplasmic hypertrophy. Now, if you actually built real muscle, which is really hard, it has to go through repetitive damage cycles to actually build for something to repair and grow. That's why they say positive nitrogen balance is associated with repair and growth. You understand me? In the natural world. Now, can you do it on steroids? Yes, but he's not doing that. Sadik is not doing that. He is not building muscles. He's adapted to all his exercises and lifting, and he's eating a slave diet. So think about it.
It wouldn't even be worth it. So when people say, like, hey, it's just simply like go in a calorie deficit, like, yeah, you're right if you're trying to lose weight, but we're not trying to lose weight.
I love this one. He says, we're going to go on a calorie deficit to lose weight. Why do you need to go on any calorie deficit? Why don't you just eat your natural diet, Sadik, and then find out what will happen? You see, you have to discover things, but you're a copycat like the rest. That's why you can't win. That's why you failed at bodybuilding. You're failing.
We're trying to lose fat. Fat is what you want to burn now.
You want to burn fat now. You want to keep the triglyceride low, and then you want to look lean so that they can see what's inside there underneath the skin, right? Yeah, that's the idea. Did you really build any muscle? Can you prove it? Look, a DEXA scan can't distinguish between sarcoplasmic and myofibrillar growth, dude.
Weight, because weight could be in anything, man. Weight could be like muscle tissue. You know how hard
I'll tell you how you find out, Sadik. Stop eating all that fake slave food. Eat your natural diet, meat and water, and you're gonna find out a lot. You're gonna find out a lot.
Is to put on 1 or 2 pounds of lean muscle tissue. It's so freaking.
To put on a couple of pounds of lean muscle tissue is based on a repair and a remodeling, and these contractile proteins. Okay, so are you getting that? Are you doing that? Are you repetitively damaging muscles and growing them? Are you doing that? Are you working out in an unaccustomed state? Are you untrained every time you work out? We all know in science, you may not understand this, Sadik, but unaccustomed exercise is known to cause widespread muscle damage. That goes for untrained, unaccustomed, unfamiliar forms. Are you unfamiliar with them? Are you unaccustomed? Are you untrained doing that? No. So what are you getting in the gym exactly? Nothing. You're going for the pump, like you said, and eating these carbohydrates. And what do they do? Where do they load? In the muscle. And the muscle can retain a lot of glycogen in there. Man, pounds of it. So you misconstrued these fake muscles for being real muscles. That's what bodybuilders shoot for, sarcoplasmic hypertrophy, and you're one of them.
Hard. If you can aim to put on like 3.5 pounds of muscle tissue per year, like
You're not putting on 3 or 3.5 pounds of muscle tissue a year. He's not, because it reached a ceiling limit during hypertrophic process beyond where the progenitor, its satellite cell, can donate any more extra nuclei to that domain to support further muscle growth. And he's adapted to his exercises.
bro, sick, you know? So just keep
Look,
that.
just because you're taking drugs, it still applies the natural world even into the fake world. The repeated bout effect applies. The ceiling limit, the myonuclear domain limit, applies even if you are on steroids, dude. Steroids, when you take them, they just preserve. There's turnover, some protein turnover and energy turnover. It's turning over the energy because it doesn't want to release it. It thinks you're starving. When you starve, your hormones increase, and what it does is it circulates. It preserves all this energy in there. So when you inject it, your body sees it the same as you're starving, and it's just preserving these energy sources. That's all they're doing. In this case, he's foregoing one for the other by taking these hormones. But usually he switches from an androgenic hormone to an anabolic hormone.
That in your mind, like it's not about losing weight, it's about losing fat. Lose fat, keep your muscle, and make your body composition that of, you know, superhero-esque physique, you know, something athletic looking with shape. And
Yeah, that's the whole point. Yeah, they're doing it artificially like this. But like I said, could he make it better if he were to change a few things? Yeah, would probably be better. Yeah.
you know, symmetry, separation, you know, and that's what we're trying to build. That's why bodybuilding, you know, it can't just be done
You
using.
think carbohydrates, artificial diets, slave diets create that? The symmetry and this proportions and this muscularity and all that? You think it actually does that? No, it's the hormones that are doing that. Boy, you're eating slave diet is counterproductive. You can make a better physique if you were to eat more natural food, for sure.
Science, you know, you have
I know, he hates the word natural. Don't ever use that.
to use the mirror. It is an art as well. You know, the way the bicep looks, the way the delt flows into the arm, and, you
Yeah.
know, the way your serratus separates and small joints, that's important. And what I'm trying to say is, man,
What are you trying to say, dude?
I don't wish 2,200 calories on any of my enemies.
Then don't eat 2,200 calories. Eat meat. And leptin will kick in. And there's no inflammatory response, and it doesn't make you fat because there's no sugar or toxins in there to make you ugly.
Because, like, I'm only doing this to make weight. And this is the first year I've had to make weight for the men's physique division, but I've done it twice before for Classic.
Okay.
So I'm professional, I will show up, but I won't sacrifice my look. So I have to do things smart. And
I love this. I won't sacrifice my look, so I have to do things smart. You are sacrificing your look. You're eating oats, bro. You're eating carbohydrates. You're eating artificial food still. You're sacrificing your look. You could make it better, but you're sacrificing it. You just don't get it.
not go in a sauna the last minute and lose like 9 pounds. I have to
Why would you go in a sauna or a cold bath? That's just ridiculous.
do it the hard way. Nutrition, switching and manipulating
Nutrition, slave diet, right? Yeah, okay. Switching it up, right?
my cardio, my training. You know, it hurts.
My cardio, my training. Cardio, well, he was lifting weights as a form of cardio. You're not building any muscle. You're trying to get ready for a show. So why are you lifting heavy weight? What's the purpose behind it? If you lift weights, weights open a window for, there is a window for protein synthesis, but there's also a window for protein breakdown. And if you're on low carbo, if you're on low, these so-called low calorie fake diets that you're eating, then why are you going to the gym to lift a heavy weight? So you can open a window for protein breakdown? That makes absolutely no sense. It's counterproductive to what you're doing. And then he says, well, I'm doing cardio. What? This is more nonsense. This is just ridiculous
Me to be
training.
this close to a show and only do 3 or 4 like working exercises.
Yeah, okay.
That shit's whack. You know, because I fall in love with weight training. I didn't fall in love with the competition part of what I do.
Well, then what's the point of going there? Don't you want to go there? You want to be the most attractive person. Why do you want to be the least attractive?
So yeah, I don't know where the fuck I'm going. So that's chicken. Now we need 4 ounces of asparagus. Kind of know what 4 ounces looks like. Let's see if I can get this right. This is gonna be like 3.7. Watch. Oh fuck! I'm a loser. I'm a fuck up. Damn, that's only 3.
That's some nasty food there, dude.
Oh shit! I'm worthless. That's why my dad left. Fuck. 4. Okay, we're good. 4. And we have 1 tablespoon of almond butter. The best almond butter in the world.
My God, almond butter, man. Almonds is toxic, bro. Cyanide, nasty stuff.
Affiliation with this brand. Just
I think at one point in the video he said he used stevia. Stevia is like 10 times sweeter than sugar. That stuff's nasty, man.
it's like so fucking good. So what I do is I'll just open this up, put it on scale, zero it out, okay? So this is gonna weigh in at 0. And I switch over the grams. Now I just, ooh, 8 grams. Ooh, another 7, you know, and I do that.
8 grams of slave food, more slave food, yes. I want to destroy my physique, yes. I wanted to make it harder for the plant genetics to try to create my physique by eating the slave food, yes, okay.
Until I'm at 16. So I'm gonna save this to the end because it's like a dessert for me. Now, that's my full day of eating, guys.
Well, I'm going to cut it at that. That's his full day of eating slave food, and it's counterproductive to whatever he's trying to do here, so what's the point? But anyway, each to their own, man. I'll see you in the next video. Tell what you think about that. Like, subscribe, support the channel. A life in the day of a gym lifting, recruiting, or no, a gym lifting slave, gear lifting gym slave. Yes. I'll see you in the next one, friends. Ciao.